Let's look at encroachment. I see the tall buildings here, and then I'm like, yeah, every day when the planes are flying up. I know that ideally, the airport you have bare lands of, say, 30 meters or kilometers away, so it wouldn't affect it. Now we see high-rise buildings all over, and then I don't know if it affects the communication systems or, the pilot visibility and all that. What are you doing about encroachment?
Unfortunately, encroachment is a difficult problem. We are addressing it on all fronts. First is to have control of our land, title. The airport land is vested in Lands Commission. We've been in discussions, and I would say fruitful discussions recently, to get our land in our hands so that we can adequately protect it. I also think that in the past, various allocations were made without regard to airport safety, in the sense that the average person would tend to think that just the airport, the runway and the buildings, that's all you need. But having sat here with a little knowledge I've gathered, about 13 miles to the airport, we have communications that directs pilots into the airport. So it's important that as we give permits to build, the right references should be made to civil aviation that directs the safety for the right approvals in the general interest of safety for the general public. Some of the buildings, yes, have encroached.
So you can't demolish them, obviously, you can't do that.
Actually, there are some critical ones that may have to go.
Which ones?
I think civil aviation may have some, but at the airport here, we would like to see it stopped, and we'll find a way to deal with it.
So what of new developments? I know people have bought the lands and they're about, building on it. So can you really stop them and say, no, you can't do that?
It depends. It depends. Whatever you're going to use the land for has to conform with airport use. There's no point in making the airport unsafe, because as a country, we need at least an international airport that complies with all the international requirements. You don't want Ghanaian airport to be uncertified, to be unsafe to fly. And then we all may have to go to Lomé and Ivory Coast.
So I'm forced to think that, we had the crash 2012, was it Allied Air or something? The one that crashed at 37, yes. Was it Allied something, cargo or something?
Yes.
Well, what would we attribute that to? Because the reports never came. As usual, a committee was set and then I never heard anything. What was the cause of that? Maybe high-rise buildings, can I say that?
No, I think the report has been out. That one was a human error. I believe it's been settled. My understanding was that the pilot landed on the wrong side, way beyond the touchdown zone, and by the time it landed, it didn't have enough distance to stop. So it was a human error. It was an airport. And I would say it wasn't the structures. It was just technical human error.
I hear you. We'll be right back.
Some of it will be human errors. And let's call a spade a spade.
I hear you. Do stay on. We'll be right back.
At Ecobank, we see a great future. One that's full of opportunity for those who want to be the best. With over 1,000 branches of a single bank across 33 African countries. It's a future where trade can flourish without boundaries. The future is breathtaking, with enormous cross-border investments helping business and government build new infrastructure, while individuals achieve their ambitions right across Africa. The future is Pan-African, and Ecobank is the Pan-African bank.
Ecobank Ghana have several awards to their credit. Asian Banker 2014 Best Retail Bank in Ghana, CIMG Best Bank of the Year 2001 to 2006 and 2012. The Corporate Initiative Ghana Best Bank of the Year Award 2012, Best Financial Services Provider 2012, just to mention a few.
I wish Ecobank family a happy silver anniversary. God richly bless you.
We just want to thank them so much for the confidence that they had in us. It was because of them that we have come this far. You know, without the customers, we are no bank. Without the customers, you don't have an institution. So we just want to express our appreciation, you know, to them for keeping faith with us and being with us and doing business with us. So we are 25 years now.
So this has been the story of Ecobank Ghana. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Welcome back, and you still watching The Hard Truth, proudly brought to you by Ecobank, and Charles Asare, MD of Ghana Airport, is my guest. Charles.
Thank you again.
Right. Let's look at, we know you facilitate, or the airport facilitates activities here, I mean, in and out of the airport. But you find cocaine and some other drugs, you know, just moving in and around undetected and detected somewhere else. Who is to blame for?
I will first blame the cocaine traffickers themselves because they are engaging in an illegal activity. We have designed various security checks to detect, hopefully apprehend such practices. However, some are able to get through. The airport works with Narcotics Board, Customs, Immigration are all here. NARCOP is actually responsible for controlling drug trafficking. But as long as it's happening at the airport, I think we all take responsibility to make sure that it's stopped.
How do we stop it? We hear politicians, you know, making it a political front and, you know, like a PR gimmick and scoring political points for it. But tackling it from the roots and then fixing it, how do we do that?
I think all of us Ghanaians, we need to address the menace of drug trafficking and also recently human trafficking. See it as a problem for all of us, not just for politicians. And that we should be bold to inform authorities if we are aware.
Charles, you as an MD of the airport, what are you doing to stop drug trade, you know, at the airport?
As the airport, we are facilitating and giving all the available resources to the agency charged with enforcing the drug control laws, which is NARCOP at the airport. We work in close collaboration with them at the airport. They have a station here, and they have the last check of whatever bags they want to search. That's about what we can do here.
That's what you can do.
That's what we can do.
So
that's what we are mandated to do.
What of getting sophisticated, I don't know, machines or equipment to...
That's what it is. We have, see, when you come in, you go through searches.
Yes.
And then you go to central screening. And at the boarding gate, some people are actually picked from the line for extra search.
Always me. I don't know why they do that to me every time. But
I'm sorry, it's always you. All the airlines have their various protocols for searches. The airport works to support whatever the airlines and national security and NARCOP needs to do their work.
So it's not in your hands to do that?
It's not in our hands, but if we come across it, we do report. We will take charge and report and make sure the right things are done. And any of our staff that gets involved is summary dismissal. Seriously.
Great.
We have a hard stand on it.
Great. We know Ecobank is leading a syndicate of banks in raising 300 million for Ghana airports to, building more terminals. 600 million, what exactly are we using that money for? What's it going into?
Well, that brings me to our forward-looking strategy. Our vision, the management company and the board, is to position Ghana Airport and Ghana Aviation as a hub in the sub-region, ECOWAS. And what does it take to do that? Two things. You need to upgrade and improve your facilities, and then also your airport services. By way of facilities, we've been talking infrastructure. We talked previously about the Kumasi runway. Runway is infrastructure. It has to be safe for airplanes to land and take off. Accra is our international airport. We are doing some work on the Accra runway. We are going to replace the AGL, which is the ground lights. Right. We also add additional instrumentation. And the Accra terminal, KIA Terminal 2, what we call International Terminal, needs to be replaced. We've never had an international terminal built in Accra. What we had there started as a building, not necessarily an international terminal. And over the course of time, we've added various components to it. So it's very disjointed. The principal amount or the principal aim of the syndication that Ecobank led for us is to raise money to do what we are going to call it International Terminal 3, which is what you see behind me. Terminal 2, our current international terminal, was designed to handle about 500,000 passengers a year. Last year, 2.5 million, no, about 2 million people went through that. So it's way over its capacity. There are plans to upgrade, rehabilitate and upgrade that to accommodate the growing
I think you started.
Yeah.
You started with upgrading.
But what we decided to do was to address the capacity constraints, particularly at the arrival hall and the immigration area. So there's a limited amount of work that has been done to ease the pressure. But to address it comprehensively, we have a program to build a Terminal 3. The architectural design or schematic design is what you see here. Terminal 3 is designed to handle up to 5 million passengers a year. 5 million? 5 million passengers.
So 10 times this one. This is 500,000 each.
That was what it was started. But right now, the capacity we are handling is about 2 million. That's why in the evenings you come, the airport is very crowded. So this would ease the crowding. And more importantly, keep us in the game. If you want to be an aviation hub in West Africa, you got to keep up with what is going on in the sub-region. Senegal is building a new terminal. Our neighbors in Togo have always completed a new international terminal. Nigeria has voted 600 million to rehabilitate their terminals. I think it's Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Abuja. And there's 4 airports. And in order to hold on to our market share and to give customers better service, it's time we start and put in place an international terminal befitting of the status of a country that we are.
So how much have you gotten 300 million out of that loan?
The first phase was 250 million.
Do we have all? You have to.
We have raised that 250 million.
Now, so it's available.
We've signed. We're going through what banks call conditions precedent to funding. That probably should go through this week, and then we can start break ground. We say break ground probably next month. Okay. There will be a second phase to the syndication, which will raise an additional 150 million for a total of 400. We will decide on the top up to 600 later on. We started with 600, not knowing what projects we wanted to do. But right now we believe 400 would adequately address all the projects we need to do or we need to undertake to keep us in a leadership position in the sub-region.
Ecobank, we see a great future, one that's full of opportunity for those who want to be the best. with over 1,000 branches of a single bank across 33 African countries. It's a future where trade can flourish without boundaries. The future is breathtaking, with enormous cross-border investments helping business and government build new infrastructure, while individuals achieve their ambitions right across Africa. The future is Pan-African, and Ecobank is the Pan-African bank.
Ecobank Ghana have several awards to their credit. Asian Banker 2014 Best Retail Bank in Ghana, CIMG Best Bank of the Year 2001 to 2006 and 2012. The Corporate Initiative Ghana Best Bank of the Year Award 2012, Best Financial Services Provider 2012, just to mention a few.
I wish Ecobank family a happy silver anniversary. God richly bless you.
We just want to thank them so much for the confidence that they had in us. It was because of them that we have come this far. Without the customers, we are no bank. Without the customers, you don't have an institution. So we just want to express our appreciation, to them for keeping faith with us and being with us and doing business with us. So we are 25 years now.
So this has been the story of Ecobank Ghana. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
You were telling me Ghana is now in a cut 2, group. When will we ever get to cut 1? Would we even ever get to the Dubai standard or, South African standards, airport standard? Can we ever get there?
Yes, we can get there.
So this is it. Can I say this could be it?
This is the start. Let me say, this is the start of having a full-fledged international terminal facility, which will meet all the ICAO standards, that patrons will not see much difference arriving into Terminal 3
What
from
would
any
we
of the
see?
international.
What would we see?
Oh, you
Terminal
will
3?
see the same modern facilities you have in South Africa Airport, London Airport. We're going to have e-gates, fantastic transit facilities, modern check-in counters, self-check-in. Actually, self-check-in we have at the terminal now. But all the latest technologies are being built into this terminal.
How long are we expecting it to be completed?
We've given ourselves 24 months from start and hope to beat that timetable.
So 1st December 2017, we'll have our airport ready.
Is that 24 months? If that's 24 months, we do.
No. So 24 months will be 2017 June.
Probably, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah.
What should Ghana be so excited about apart from this? So now we don't have this now. So what should we say, yes, this is our airport about, really excited about?
You mean when it's completed?
No,
for
but what we
now?
have now. We're doing a lot
I
of
think over the last
renovations
year
and all.
we have upgraded a lot of facilities at the Terminal 2, our current international airport. We've done all the bathrooms, which I'm proud because I used to use them as a traveling passenger. I would say it was the first area I paid attention to because I didn't like them. And another thing every traveling person can relate to is the escalator. It's been working for the last 6 months. There's a second escalator put in so that we can shut one down and maintain
I
the other.
hope this will have a lot of them.
This will have everything you see in a
How
modern
many
international-
escalators? You don't know.
Oh, the consultants will tell you. But if whatever is needed in there is going to be provided. We've also expanded the arrival hall. We extended it over the former VIP car park. And we're going up about 3 floors to create a transit facility. If you've ever transited through Ghana, it's a very difficult one. Yeah. At times, passengers have to come out of the rain, pick their bags, come out, and if you come out and it's raining, you have to get wet. We want to address all those infrastructural disconnects and make sure that there's better facilitation. We are also paying attention to the domestic aviation scope. We expect to have WA operational this year. Fortunately for us, WA has a very good runway. We've tested it, and planes can operate there safely. And I stress
Domestic planes.
Domestic planes can do safely. And we will come back to this idea of international planes and domestic. It's the size of the plane that matters, and the facilities in that airport that come into play as far as the international flights and domestic flights. Domestic, you don't need immigration and customs and all those. But for international facilitation, you need all those, in addition to what you brought, drug enforcement. And we also expect to cut ground on the whole regional airport to add to the network of domestic airports as part of the program to open up the aviation airspace. The most important aspect of our operation is to make sure that our airports are safe and secured. Safety of the aviation industry is paramount. So if you look at our values, number one is safety and security. Once an airplane takes off till it lands, our job is not done. And we make sure that all our resources are used to ensure the safety of the aviation industry. We have a very good safety record in Ghana, and we would like to keep it because we are known for it.
So you're doing a lot.
We're doing quite
a lot. Right. Thank you, Charles, for talking to the heart. Thank you so much. Well, so I've been talking to Charles Asare, MD for Ghana Airport Company Limited, and I was my guest. First guest for Season 8. My name is Nana Akosua-Konedu. Now, Ecobank is 25 years old, so congratulations to Ecobank and its stakeholders and staff as they celebrate 25 years of very successful operations. And during this time, Ecobank Ghana has grown to become the largest bank in the country with a network of 80 branches and 195 ATMs. So we want you to open an account with Ecobank today and ensure a world-class banking. Again, Ecobank is the Pan-African Bank. My name is Nana Akosua-Konedu. Have a good evening.